Testing? Oh, there we are. What's up, team? It's your favorite Fred and Ferd. I took the end of last week off to get the game jam done. The one that I was making. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire clone. It's pretty fun. It was way too hard. So I did the beginning of that game with the Logic Board Pro, and we made an array of 30 questions that works 3 times. It was like 2,500 rules. It was crazy. And I do want to keep working on that. I want to make an array of 52, and maybe add in the Joker, and that'll be fun to make. So people could potentially use it for card games. But yeah, having the array of information and then translating that into a game, that's two completely different things. So, but the next time we get away from Misty Mountain, I would like to try to make an array of 52 where it deals you all 52 cards and then you can reshuffle it. But today, we are working on Misty Mountain. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I was very happy with what we did on stream. The array worked really good. I was able to get 15 random non-repeating questions and keep all that stuff in the rules. And it probably would have been easier just to use like message broadcasters and stuff that get toggled off. But it was fun to try it in the rules, and I learned a lot. And I learned how I would make a quiz game differently, so maybe we'll do that on stream. Put together a template for a quiz game like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Right now, the system I did make was a little. I can make it easier. It's really hard to go in and change the information right now. So when I make the easier version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with a better one, hopefully I do that on stream, and then we can potentially use that as a template. I don't want to use the one I made because it's too hard to change the questions right now. Somebody wouldn't be able to go in there and change like the questions and the answers and all that stuff. It's way too convoluted. But enough of the rant. Today, we are going to be working on the next refiner. So in the new Misty Mountain, if you get a no drop or if you hit a block without any pickaxe health, you get what we used to call educational resources. And so you can use those and bring them to refiners that you unlock throughout your gameplay. And they're like the bonus rolls. So I got done setting up the amateur refiner. And today we're going to start working on the professional professional refinery. I just said refine for everything. Okay, so on the map, the amateur refiner, I don't know if this is final, but where I put it right now, they're right here. By where the guy used to be with the fire. And so the refiner's out here that you can come and talk to. For now, I don't know where they're going to be. But so yeah, I duplicated it and brought it down here so I could start working on the professional one. So we're going to replace this asset with the professional refinery. Replace. So let's just get rid of that. So, pretty sure I made this an asker. So this is the professional refinery. Would you like to refine any of your materials? So we're just going to change. I'm going to just say pro to make the message shorter. Pro sand, refine, pro dirt. Oh, shit. Dirt, clay. Refine pro next. So all the messages are right here too. I could make them. Okay, so I'm going to reuse these messages. I just need to make sure all the right messages are in the asset spawners that you're forced to carry around with you. This one needs to change. So let's just add. And this is going to be refine pro drop 0. And so it drops copper. Refiner dot silver. Drop refiner dot gold. Drop refiner dot emerald. I can't remember. I might have already added all these messages into the asset spawners already. Drop refiner dot sapphire. Hopefully I did. All right, so these need to be all the new messages. Refine pro dot sand dot yes. So you can put in every resource. Also, what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna start putting this information into the Logic Board Pro and try to help us speed up our workflow by using that with the rest of the refiners, because we do have other refiners too. So I have to finish all the refiners. That's the next thing. There's the professional refiner, the industrial refiner, the silver refiner, the gold refiner, the gem refiner, and the diamond refiner. And they all have different RNG tables that I need to set up. So these toggle messages, I'm setting up on the first asker that you use so that you can't access the asker while the RNG is working. Basically is what I'm doing right now, and then it turns back on after we get a drop. So I'm putting these messages in right now because the RNG and the rules isn't done yet. So find that pro dot magma dot. And then we have to have the is that it? So yeah, gets turned off when the message comes out that says you can pay for one of these. All right. So there's also a poll sticking here that I'm using for the second asker. Refine Pro next. Refine Pro gravel. Pro stone. Magma. Um. Okay. I think I have all the messages I need into these assets that are out in the world. All right. So let me think here. All right. Welcome to Logic Board Pro. We're pros. I haven't seen this. This is new. It's a tutorial. Wow. Highlights it over here. What's next? Import your own logic from GameMaker. That's what we're just about to do. That's pretty cool tutorial. This tool's going to be amazing for people that are interested in GameMaker. No doubt about it. So something I haven't used very much for this yet is the actually using the behaviors and the components. So I'm using an asker, which is a behavior, right? Asker. So there's that, but I can also just probably go like copy. You can right click on your behaviors and copy. And then so can we just paste these in? We can also just paste these in. This one's a lot shorter, which it just drags out. Okay. Perfect. There's also this one. Oh, wait. There's a toggle connected to this. Which is a little interesting because you can't connect things to other things, but you can leave them next to each other, probably. So just like that, I can paste it in. There's the toggle if I want to select it and build it, or I can just hit Control V. Boom, there's the toggle. It's connected to this. I can't use the bar, but I can expand it. Gotta go over here and use the bar, probably. But it does show you that you need to expand it. All right, so what's this page? This page is the professional refinery. And so I'm gonna group. I'm gonna make a group, and we're gonna call this the behaviors and components. So I just drag that in there, and I drag this in here. Just to try to separate out the rules and behaviors and components. So yeah, that's pretty much all I need for the behaviors and the components of the system. And this particular page is the professional refinery. So next, let's see. Actually, something I wanted to grab for the logic board too is I have the RNG table for what the roles are going to be. So I can just copy this image and paste this image in here for reference. Okay, so Bruno called it sand, but it's like this is the, how do you spell image? Something like that. This is the professional. I think this one was like industrial. And then there's the silver gold gem. Okay, so we're working on the professional one. Let's just go like, grab a rectangle, go like this. Can I make it like a solid that's white? Put this on top of this. Or bring to the front, which is this button. What? Bring to the front. Something like that. So nice. Um, so now we're in the game rules. And I am on the amateur refiner board. All right, let's see what we got going on here. It's been like 2 weeks since I worked on this, so I'm just trying to remind myself what's going on. We'll make quick sense of it, and let me copy the stuff over. Just making sure I'm not missing any rules. All right, so let's copy that, Control C on that. Hop over here, and I can paste it. Let's just leave them in their own containers. Copy. Paste it. Okay. And then let's go down this way. Copy. I'm just gonna paste all of these. So it leaves that blue line around it when it's highlighted. It's a nice little feature. I click on this, and this one's blue. So copy that. Sorry, I've been ignoring chat. What's up, Wicked? It's good to see you in chat. Ducky for you. Oh, I don't think the sound effects will work. Just a second. I don't think they will work. What's up, Cyber Dragon? Hope you're good. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I was ignoring my stream software. I had Discord up.
Aww.
Perfect. Okay. So we're copying over logic. We did that one. Looks like we're on the last one. Okay. So now we have to change all the messages, basically. Refine row sand. We might have to put in the variable. No, it's there. Oh yeah, that's cool. You can get a drink of water. All right, so we got everything we need, really. This is going to be looking at the sand, and then we're just going to change this to the word pro. Super easy to change. So, first of all, this is like, the sand cost check. Refine pro sand. Pro sand, no. So it's going to compare if you have one or more sand, or if you have less than one sand. Yes, no. So no sand to refine. That's what takes it out. Sets the initial odds. Which I think I was going to use this a little differently, but it's always going to be 60, I'm pretty sure. So basically, the way I set it up, we have 60% to get a tier 1 roll. That's what this is doing. It's setting up your odds for 60% to get a tier 1 drop. Pro. Pro check. So yes, we did pay for a sand. Let's go ahead and roll the number between 1 and 100, and then let's check it. That's what that message is doing. Change that to pro. So why am I rolling a 50-50 here? So when we're in the professional, to even get to tier 1, which is called tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, tier 0. So even to get to tier 0, you have a 50-50. You have to win 2 coin flips before you get to tier 0. And tier 0 is a no drop or a coal. For this one, no drop or a copper for this one. So we have to do 2 coin flips before we get to tier 0. So let's see, I just did a check and then RNG 0. Set these up quick. So we have to do 1 coin flip here. So I do check RNG 0 or drop 0. RNG 0, check 0. Amateur check 0. So this is your tier 0 drop right here. This is tier 0 where you get a nothing drop or you move up to cold. Which is, you can see here, you either move up to the next tier, potential tier. It's like a potential roll. But if you do not get this first roll, then you're going to get a cold. It's kind of confusing. Not gonna lie. And so when we have a dirt, the dirt's different. In the amateur, the dirt doesn't have to start with the 50-50. It just starts at tier 0. So when we check the cost of dirt, which is just 1 dirt, then we say refine amateur dot check. That might be a mistake because I think that one's supposed to go right to 0. I think this one's supposed to go right to 0. And then like RNG1, so that takes you all the way over. I think I'm doing a 50-50 on the dirt as well, which I'm not supposed to be doing. So if I go up to my dirt, which is right below the sand here, I think this should be check dot zero. What I do it? Check dot zero. That brings me straight over to the first check. I must have forgot to do that. All right, I think I'm wrapping my head around it. So we're gonna say this is pro RNG 0. Pro check. We do need to make a new variable for the refiner. Fine pro.rng0. But this one isn't going to be 0 because I have to do two 50-50s. So this 50-50 part's going to get longer and longer. The RNG checker is included in the sand part. So we actually need to do two 50-50s for sand to even get to tier 0 here. So what does that mean? This is the 150, one flip of a coin. I need to do one more flip of a coin. So we're going to use that message to do another one of these. So if I grab these, duplicate them, we'll use this message to compare these ones. Which is just checking if it's less than or equal to 50 or greater than 50. So it's a 50-50. It's also going to drop 0, or it's going to be RNG dot 1 this time. And then we'll go dot 1, check 1. Something like that. So that's 2. And then the check 1 would go here. And it would go to RNG2. That would change all these RNG names, wouldn't it? We're not doing that. So we'll say RNG -1 here instead. Those are your 50-50s. 0 and the negatives of the 50-50s, and then it'll move on to check 1. And that's going to go into your tiers. Starting with tier 0, I just change all these words to pro. Messages will work. Actually, do we have that banner already? Refine. This is the nothing drop. That's what if you don't have any. I'm not sure if I need to change all these variables yet or not. If the refiners are close to each other, I should. I probably should. Actually, I probably can just reuse them and not change them. Should be much easier. Just make sure they're spaced in such a way that you can never use them at the same time. All right, so just change all these messages. Keep changing the messages. All right, so this one drops copper, I remember. All right, so that one drops copper. Going to RNG2. Roll, roll.
Ball. It's my ball.
What was it?
I'm gonna continue.
Let's get out of here. Copper, silver, gold, emerald, sapphire.
Oh.
So I'm right here. That one dropped silver. Bro. This one's dropping gold. Again. Okay, so let's see here. So this one would be the sapphire, because you have a very small chance of getting it. Just 1 second. And then this one drops the emerald. All right, so that's pretty much everything except for doing the cost of everything. So we changed that one to Pro. So dirt has to do 150-50. So we can throw dirt in. Those are random. And we say Pro check. Wait, what do we do? We can do refine dot pro RNG dot minus 1. I think that's what it was. Safer, probably just copy that one. Just make sure it's the same. And so we throw the dirt in. Oh, actually, it needs to be 0. All right, that'll work. So if we throw it in an RNG 0, then it's going to do 150-50 before it goes over to tier 0. One of the hardest things is always just like having good messages and keeping your messages straight. That's what I'm struggling with right now. It's usually when I'm doing new kind of logic that I haven't really done before. Just like conceptualizing how to do 50-50s and all these roles before we start our actual classic tiers. So yeah, we don't have much left to do. My children are becoming a little restless, so I might end my stream here and finish tomorrow. Because I want to have this ready by Wednesday, so Bruno can try a new refiner if he wants to play. But we'll try to finish this and see how things go. So we just did dirt. So this has the right variable in there. Copy that. No clay to refine. Pain for our clay. set the first odds to reset it. So, what's Clay going to give us? Clay on the professional brings us to tier 0. Which tier 0 is the -1?
Didn't do that one yet. You didn't get nothing on that track. Yeah.
I have to make the messages less confusing. But for now, let's roll with this. Alright, now we're going to do the gravel.
You did it! It's like
So we're going to put pro in for amateur everywhere.
anything.
Pro.
Thank you.
Alright, so just to be certain, gravel, it's going to be an automatic tier 1. Automatic tier 1, RNG 1.
Yay! I was like quicker than you. I was trying to like cheat. What?
Now we just have stone and magma.
I'm ready to try without cheating, okay? You go first. Go on.
Oops.
I'm even. Where's it? You have idiot. So now you have to find. So I'm gonna. Now you have to try and get it. You know. Where is that? Where is it? Right touching your face. That's it. Okay, come here. Where is?
So that's kind of like going to be
I
RNG
found
2.
it. No, it was over here. Outside? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it outside. He said, let me out. We're gonna go.
Pro. So tomorrow we should be able to do the industrial one pretty easy, I think, after we've gotten all this figured out. Everything else will just fall into place nice and easy peasy. Be cool if we could just finish all of them pretty easily, quickly, which I think we can. Alright, so RNG2, RNG3 I went with because of the new way that the roles are structured in professional. The only thing, no, I did everything. I did everything. So this stuff's already in the game, so we can just be like, select all these rules and then copy the rules over there. And we'll go to gameplay. Moment of truth. There's usually a mistake there too, so it's probably not going to work perfect. But I'm going to create a new board. So it's the professional refinery. So since I have all those rules copied over there, I can just bam, Control V. And in the meantime, we can like export this, That just goes in the downloads, and then right I on my desktop I have like just where I keep all my logic boards. So if I create like a new folder, and this will be like Misty Mountain. So I can just like start keeping my boards in here. Whoops. It's gonna be in like the downloads here. So if I copy that, then I can start keeping them somewhere on my computer. Boom. And all these rules are now right here. I'm pretty sure I must have built all those messages into the asset spawners already. Did myself a favor, fingers crossed. So let's see if we added in the professional refiner. Let's see if it's all done. Theoretically, it should be, if I didn't make any mistakes. I forgot to give myself some test stuff, but we've got one piece of sand. Yes, I would like to refine sand. We got copper? Dirt. It is rolling on the left, I see it. Another copper? Let's go. Go for sand. No sand to refine. How easy is that? Do some clay. Clay or guaranteed. Oh, that was 2. That's not good. There's a little mistake there. With clay, I think it was roll 2, roll 1, tier 0. Man, interaction range is so freaking crazy right now. Alright, so I got gravel. I would like to refine my gravel, please. That should give automatic tier 1, so that was right. Automatic tier 2. So that's silver. But or you could get better. And then automatic tier 3 for magma on this refiner, which is gold. Or better. I didn't have any magma. There must be something wrong with the logic. It pretty much worked really good except for that double drop. So that is really good. It's really good. We have a stone. Let's just try magma again. I do have magma. What did I do wrong? Stone. Guaranteed a silver with stone, and I got a silver. Alright. It's working pretty good. You know, I'm pretty happy with that. Like, we put that refiner together in less than an hour. Granted, I did just get to copy everything and change the messages, but using the logic board and stuff, that's super quick. We're going to have the rest of those refiners together in absolutely no time. So. All right. So that's going to be pretty much it for today. Let me know if you have anything that you need help with to try to get a game going for the next Builders Challenge. I do have Fred's HUD fishing logic here on the share portal. So all the notes for everything is right here for that fishing template that we made. So if somebody wants to use that, all the logic is right here too with all the notes. So that's pretty cool. And I can just send you the experience, which I've sent off to a couple people. If anybody else has some any easy ideas that they want to work on, we can do that too. Otherwise, I'll just keep on chugging away on projects that are current. And I gotta get stuff done. So that was the professional refinery. It's almost done. Tomorrow we'll probably easily be able to make the industrial one. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bruno could try them all out on Wednesday, which would be pretty exciting for him. So I'll see everybody tomorrow, and then we'll meet up on Wednesday for the Lucky Miner. Doesn't look like Panda's streaming yet, which might start at 11. So I'm probably just going to sign off here. And I hope everybody has an amazing day. It was a good game. Talk to you later. Thanks for being here, Wicked. Cyber Dragon, thanks for being here. All the lurkers, appreciate you.